Welcome back, you guys. Two big stories today. I'm going to break down the Reece James and Declan Rice reports. With Reece, it seems like he could be out for an extended amount of time due to this knee injury. So I'm going to break down the story, you guys. For the second story, I'm going to reveal why Frank Lampard is desperate to sign Declan Rice and the main qualities that Lampard wants in Rice. So we have a ton of things to break down and discuss today, you guys. But anyway, we start with the first story and we have to speak about Reece James. This story was exclusively written by Simon Johnson from The Athletic, and he reports that Reece James has been persisting with a slight knee aggravation which got worse in the Wolves game after that clash from Podence in the game. This meant that on Saturday, Reece had to go in for a scan on his knee after, feeling pain and discomfort during the training session on Saturday, and currently he is a major doubt for the game versus West Ham tomorrow evening. Now, the club had already been aware of Reece's knee, but it felt like everything was manageable. Reece, he's played at least 11 out of 13 games. But as I mentioned in the match review and in other videos too, Reece did not look the same. Reece was not bombing down the right hand side. He got done for pace ridiculously by Neto, and I was just thinking, this is so uncharacteristic that something must be up, and I guess this was the information. Now, at this point in time, what do? Well, we have to wait for the results to get back. All we can do is touch wood and pray that it's not going to be too serious. However, there is still a real possibility that it could be, and Reece might even need surgery to sort it out. So if that worst case scenario was to happen, this would mean that Reece would be out for months and months. And now I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions on some of these hypothetical situations right now. I've said for a while, we are in year 2 of this game plan. Year 2 because the entire squad is not yet in Lampard's image. And I say this because when we have injuries to key players, let's say a Reece James, can Azpilicueta fulfill the same attacking needs, the same system needs for the team that Reece can? Of course not. So, is this a possibility now that we go into the market to solve the situation? Because in the past, we've been linked with some very interesting players. 2 players in particular that I feel could be, it could be like getting 3 birds with 1 stone. Those 2 players are Atal and Corona. With these guys, they can play all down the right hand sides. They can play as right backs, as wing backs, as mids, as wingers. They can even play further up on the opposite flanks too. These players have the opportunities and possibilities to give us greater invention, greater creativity. And now, if Reece's situation was to get worse, I don't think we could survive with our current fullbacks. After seeing how we were last season without Reece and Ben to how we are with them now, they have provided a massive injection of quality in the team. They've helped make our other players play better, they've helped create better opportunities for the team as well. We can't go back to an Emerson, Alonso and Aspie fullback partnership, and that's because they don't work as well. If anything, this brings up the strong reality that we are still a work in progress, because if anything happens to any one of our key players, the backup for those players is not on that same quality as it is with teams like your Liverpools, Man Cities, etc, etc. So I still feel like the squad needs some time to be in Lampard's correct image, but in the meantime, I feel there's one young player in particular that we have at this club already that could come in and really help this team out, and his name is Livramento. Now, I know a lot of you guys know about him, and to be honest, he deserves to be the exciting talent he is. Wow, what a player. Is this now an opportunity for Lampard to give him some minutes to test him out in the first team and see whether Livramento can add to the team? Because when you break his game down, when you see that ridiculous pace, that intensity he plays with, how he defends, how he attacks, his quality in the final third, I think already for the under 23s this season, he's got like 7 assists, something absolutely ridiculous. Seeing how he plays, seeing his quality, the control, the speed at which he plays with this quality. We produce some of the best fullbacks in Europe. We saw this with Lamptey, with guys like Aina. You can go on and on and on about our fullback talents that maybe when you look at Livramento's physique, the way he plays, this could be a prime opportunity to test him out and see what he can do. Last season, under very similar circumstances, Lampard introduced Gilmour to the team, so Could this be the same thing for Livramento? At the same time, I don't want to put any pressure on the young player. I think as fans, we have to respect their development and we have to just be patient and let them do their thing. But after seeing this kid play, you guys, I know he can do something if he was called upon. And in the comment section now, how do you feel about this Reece James situation? Could this potentially affect our season if he gets his surgery? Or are you hopeful that this will be managed and things won't be as bad as they possibly could be? Now, we end things with the final big story today, and this was a story released by Matt Law where he discusses why Frank Lampard is desperate to sign Declan Rice. Now, long story short, one of the main reasons why Lampard wants Declan is due to Declan's ability to vocalise. It's due to his leadership, and this makes a ton of sense. When we cast our minds back to teams from yesteryear, great teams that had your Balags, Lampards, Terrys, Drogbas, Petr Cechs, we had leaders in every single position on the field. And you can't tell me that that makes no difference in a team game. Of course it does. So it's only natural that Lampard is going to be inspired by that team from yesteryear and try to bring some of those great qualities that team had to this present day young team. With Declan Rice, he's a guy that knows the club very well. He knows his teammates very well. And on top of that, he has the qualities and the attributes this team needs. Now, I'm going to talk about Kante because unlike many of you guys just hearing the story right now, do we need Declan Rice when we have Kante already, who's been, for me, the best DM in the country? Like, what more do we need? I mean, I look at the criticisms against Kante. Yeah, I understand that he lacks that aerial presence, but it's not like he doesn't make up for it in other ways. However, it does seem like the main reason why Declan Rice is still wanted at this club is because Lampard, as it's been revealed by Matt Law, still sees Kante as a guy you want further up the field. And that's due to Kante's willingness and ability to win back possession in any area on the field. That can work out great, but if you sign Rice, you've got Kai, you've got Mason, you've got Kante, how do these guys all play together? I'm not too sure, but I can accept too, maybe I'm not seeing the bigger picture. When you look at clubs like Man City and Liverpool, I mean, of course, they're stacked with massive talent and quality in midfield, and their players still get that game time and they still compete to get in the team. So maybe this could be a possibility of what might need to happen in the future. However, it seems with Kante's inability to vocalise at times due to his very introverted character, it does feel like Lampard wants to bring something new to the team, and he wants that leadership presence where when things aren't going in our favour, there's going to be a guy there to rally the team, to get them firing again, and to take responsibility and make things happen. I think this is quite interesting because, as Matt Law's article states, it's not like Lampard's word is the final words. I mean, there's lots of debates between Lampard and his technical team and coaching staff in regards to really needing Declan Rice if Kante is playing so exceptionally well. But it seems like Lampard's interest in Rice is also due to the fact that Kante can now be managed a bit better now. Kante can have his games eased down because Rice can play in front of him. There will be games where Rice and Kante will play in the same midfield together too, and there will be games where Kante can be subbed off for Rice to come on. It's clear for me that Rice would be signed as a midfield player. Of course, yes, with old reports back in the day, he was being looked at as a centre-back option, but now that we're stacked in that area and we don't need anyone, and with how Rice has been excelling and improving in midfield, it makes sense to allow him to continue his development in this area. I guess the great news about potentially signing Rice is that he can also play as a centre-back as well, so he does provide Lampard with flexible options tactically. So you guys in the comment section, how do you feel about this news? Is this the wrong move to make, or do you understand the reasoning behind why Rice could be an important figure at this club? Let's not forget he's only 21 years old. Consider when he first started as a 17-year-old to how he is now. He's the captain of West Ham. He plays with responsibility. His game has gone up to different levels. The way he passes the ball, the intensity which he plays at, the height, everything, the power. For me, this guy is a 21-year-old that has the ability to become a leading midfield player in this league. This could be the investment that we might have to make. But you guys, on that note, I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and catch up the match preview for our game tomorrow night. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos.